Today we're back with our good old locals. How you doing, guys?
Bueno.
Good. Better than I deserve.
Nice, nice. Well, I mean, we've got a couple of topics that we've got going today. I know I'm super interested in one that Da Vinci has been cooking up for the past, I would say, hour or so, maybe 45 minutes. I don't know.
Oh
I
yeah.
might be exaggerating, but Da Vinci, you've got a topic. Please start us off.
Let's start this off. Yeah. So what has happened in the last 2 to 3 days is that the first human trials have been completed in Japan. The first article has been released for a new, potentially revolutionary technology called butt breathing. So we've got, essentially we have
Try
people
not
with.
to laugh. I'm sorry.
Me
No,
too.
it is. It's a great name,
By the way, we
butt
started
breathing.
off. I don't know nothing about butt breathing. I just know butt breathing.
But Braden, that's the topic for today. We're going to talk about how this will impact the world. Butt breathing is going to change every aspect of your lives. Not everyone's, but for a lot of people. So this could be a huge impact for people with respiratory problems. So you know,
People with
people get
butts.
people with butts. Everyone,
I've got a butt.
if you got a butt, this could help you. This could.
I have a crack in it too.
Oh man,
What?
some people have two butts too. But if you got, lung problems due to injury, inflammation, or infection, um, usually, the solution to that is maybe mechanical lungs. But this team in Japan, it looks like the last, I'll give you the chronological order. So last year, this Japanese team tested a chemical called perfluorodecaline on animals, so rodents. Um, this was last year. They first tested it on pigs, uh, kind of put this perfluorodecaline up their butts, made sure it was safe for the pigs. And this was after the COVID pandemic. So they were like, how do we fix this lung problem? Uh, and due to that research last year, they proved that the pigs could handle the perfluorocarbon up their butts, that the chemical could help, at least, it didn't have any negative symptoms. They could handle the chemical in their guts. So they won what's called the Ig Nobel Prize. Not the
Can I?
Nobel Prize, but the Ig Nobel Prize.
One question. Did they
Yeah,
use turkey basters?
Yeah.
could have. Who knows?
I'm just.
That,
I'm just
that's not,
wondering.
not, not a
Details.
sugar-based basers. It is a low-tech technology that they're calling it.
Wait, that's
So low technology. They
turkey
probably did. So,
basters.
yeah,
That's pretty low tech, bro.
exactly. It could be used wherever you are. So they won the Ig Nobel Prize for this study on rodents and pigs, saying that the perfluorocarbon it was handled properly. And I'm going to tell you guys a bit about the Ig Nobel Prize, 'cause this is amazing. So it's not the same as the Nobel Prize. What happens is every year, um, I think 10 people win the Ig Nobel Prize. It's the same categories as the actual Nobel Prize. And what happens when you win is all the Nobel laureates get together and they hand the winners of the Ig Nobel Prize $10 trillion as their
Wait,
prize for
trillion? Are you
ten
sure about?
trillion dollars.
No, 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 no,
10
no, 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 no.
that's the
Trillion?
prize. If you win $1 trillion
No, 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 no,
from
no, no. I'm sorry.
it's
No, 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 no,
no,
no, no, no, no.
it,
It's
it's
not.
one it's one
No, no,
banknote.
no, no. It's not 10 trillion. Please don't.
Fact check it.
It's true. It's 10 trillion
Check it.
Zimbabwe dollars.
What?
Aw.
You fucker! Oh, you fucker! Oh, you got me. All right, he got
Gotcha,
me.
gotcha.
I
So
should have known. I
there you
should have
go.
known. Zimbabwe.
Ig Nobel Prize, Zimbabwe dollars. It works out to 40 US dollars or
Oh, damn.
yeah,
40 US.
about
Nice.
half Canadian dollar. So
Yeah.
that's the prize for winning the Ig Nobel Prize. Um, it's just one banknote that they get. So they won the Ig Nobel Prize. It's short for Ig Nobel, and it's just kind of it's for experiments that first make people laugh and then make them think. So that's what they won this for. So it's
What kind
like
of MK Ultra shit is that?
It's a
No, I'm sorry.
psyop.
What kind of psyop bullshit is that? What
so
was it again?
the Ig Nobel Prize, short for it.
No. There's what the last four sentences you said.
The aim, how you win the prize is if you have an experiment or an article or to do some research that first makes people laugh and then makes them think.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad. Never mind.
You can see how the butt brain kind of works. You know, the first makes you laugh. You hear about it, you hear the title, and you're like, hold up, like how is this actually useful? Let me just make sure that this Ig Nobel Prize, yeah, it's just short for it. It's IG Nobel Prize. Um, And what's funny, kind of side note, is that the Ig Nobel Prize every year they also give the prize to three fictitious scientists. There's Josiah S. Carberry, who was created as a joke at Brown University, who is known for his work in psychoceramics, so the study of cracked pots. That's one of the winners that wins every year. And then Thomas Kyle, who's also a fictitious scientist that discovered administratium, which is the element that encompasses the bureaucracy of scientific establishments. So
Wait, that's an
you got
element?
kind of it's
I
a,
don't
it's a
remember
fake
that on the
element.
table.
Yeah, different from adamantium. It's called administratium. But that's not
Administratium.
administratium there. So that's the Ig Nobel Prize. Every year they have a ceremony. Last year, Japanese team won for their work in perfluoroalkyl. And what perfluoroalkyl is it's a fluorocarbon that was first invented in the 1980s to act as a kind of a artificial blood product. So this company called Green Cross Corporation, they're kind of like, hey, we need a chemical that can disperse oxygen very quickly in people's bloodstreams. So they came out with this fluorocarbon, and the original use was to be used in liquid breathing. So if you think about it, you know, people have always wanted to breathe underwater. This could be the answer to that too someday down the road. Uh, Kind of like turning people into fish. Drink a lot of perfluorocarbon and then just dive underwater, and you can have the liquid inside you provide you with oxygen.
That's really cool.
Fluorocarbon?
Yeah,
Interesting.
perfluorodecalin is what this particular one is called.
Perfluorodecalin. Weird.
It's one of
That's
the
cool.
yeah, one of the chemicals that are most known for at this point, and just like highly dispersing oxygen into the bloodstream through injections into the blood, or in this case with the Japanese team, uh, enterally through the ass. So we have the 2024 study. They used it on rodents and pigs, and then this year
I think
the
there's a
article was
different
released
word for it too, or a phrase.
just rectally, I
I
think.
was saying through the back door, but yeah.
Back to our that works too.
Sorry.
The medical term is post-pyloric, meaning
Post-pyloric?
after the post-pyloric, it gets past the pyloric sphincter in your gut.
And then you can drop a pile. You know what I mean?
Drop a pile.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do. Hold it in there, drop it after.
Sorry.
So speaking of piles, that's what they did this year. The Japanese team, they were like, all right, we need 27 men. We're gonna who are going to volunteer. They're going to inject the perfluorocarbon up their asses, um, see what happens. Just see if they react negatively, see if they can handle it like the pigs and the rodents, or see if something happens. So they didn't measure the amount of oxygen in their blood. This is a very first level um, initial test, but the 27 men they had, what was it, differing amounts between, I want to get this right here. The maximum amount they injected was 1,500 milliliters. So for our Americans, that's 50 ounces of liquid up your ass. That's kind of a lot there.
It took me like five
Just
seconds. I was like, "What is the convert? Oh yeah, ounces."
ounces, yeah. So 50 ounces of perfluorocarbon injected enterally or post-pylorrhea. They held it in there for 60 minutes and then they ejected it after that. And the
For
goal
an
is to see
hour?
for an hour for 60
Oh.
minutes. Yeah.
Interesting.
Um, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
pass if that's the human consumption method.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Yeah. And I'm good for now too. I mean, if I could breathe underwater, if you said do this and you breathe underwater for the next 60 minutes, maybe. So it's like one of those
What
potions, eh?
what happens when you get fucking pneumonia?
Like for the future, that's exactly
Like
right.
if you
That
have
could be a
that,
possibility.
you get pneumonia and you're like, basically breathing water all the time. Isn't that like kind of it?
Yeah, I mean, if you
Yeah.
have pneumonia, that's one of the clinical applications. I don't think you get
Oh,
pneumonia.
okay. Yeah.
There's no, yeah, but this is meant for people with pneumonia or
I
injuries
see.
to their lungs.
Okay.
It's meant as replacement for mechanical lungs, because you put in
Oh,
mechanical lungs, it's like that's it takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of work, a lot of risk for injury and damage to the tissue in your lungs. So
sure.
this way, instead of using all that surgery, just a quick little injection,
Right.
post-pylorrhea, and
So,
yeah,
so like our bodies are 70% water. So hypothetically, if I just consumed a bunch of that, would I just not need to breathe? Like, would that like enhance the oxygen extraction of the water inside?
it would enhance the oxygen in your body. The perfluorodecaline, it's
So I could just like take a big breath of air and then jump in a pool and just play a
yeah,
Clash Royale match on my phone at the bottom of a pool if it's like in a plastic bag or something.
you could
Oh,
keep your phone waterproof. That's I think that's the goal with the liquid breathing. Drink a bunch of
That,
this.
dude, imagine like the military implications about this.
that's so true,
Oh yeah.
actually. Good point,
Like
Sean.
like they just
Fuck.
have like a dinghy 2 miles off the coast, just take a bunch of this and they just ride the ocean floor until they get to shore. Just hey, there's 100,000 troops on the coast of Florida right now. Like,
Could they not do
Imagine a
this
whole troop.
genetically too?
That's a good question. I don't.
true.
Maybe. We
If you
could
turn
see.
into a fish, your children would be fish.
And then we'd complete the cycle. We'd
There we
complete the
go.
Evolution
cycle,
Back to our
guys.
right
roots.
now.
Fucking yo, where's it? Can
Back,
get DARPA on the phone?
We go back to being
Hello,
fish.
DARPA. Holy
back to
fuck, we
monkey.
broke the case, guys.
Sorry. On an unrelated note, the Blue Jays just tied it 2-2.
Oh.
Never a fucking doubt.
We got this. We got game 1 of 7. Do you guys hear that they're um like they don't get any breaks. They're doing Monday. Today's Friday. They got Friday, Saturday. They get a break on Sunday, and then if there's more games, it's going to go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But man, you
Baseball
believe?
season is the longest season out of most sports. Aside from golf, I think maybe golf even is under, but they play like 164 games a season, something like that. It's wild. So they get
It's
like
justified though.
I'm not saying, that's just the way it is. I don't know.
Yeah,
Makes sense because
like
their games are so long.
They're 5 hours too.
Yeah,
Like,
nine.
well, like if you think about it, do you think the human body can withstand more than 82 NHL games in a regular season before playoffs?
mine can't.
Like imagine if like the NHL season was nearly 200 games. Like they wouldn't be able to walk by the time playoffs start. Like
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
they would have no teeth. couldn't eat. They would have to rely on smoothies and booster juice.
yeah.
Yeah,
Even
good point.
82 sounds like a ton. Holy cow! That's why they got so many people on the bench.
The
Well,
only thing
But
basketball
they
is
get is
also
smelling
82.
salts.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, smelling salts are great.
Not if that's the only thing you get.
Well, would you rather your teammates be doing coke? Because that used to happen.
That it probably still does happen. But
Probably.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I
Naming
wouldn't.
names.
You're right. Good point.
Have you ever
Well,
tried smelling salts?
No, I want to though. I can't.
Dude,
I'm scared. I kind of like I want to so bad, but I'm scared.
dude, they take you from being nearly asleep to being wide awake.
Oh, you've done it
And
before?
I made the mistake of taking 2 dry scoops of pre-workout before smelling the smelling
Oh fuck.
salts. So like during like the second period of this hockey game, I was like like I was so
oh
jittery.
man, how does pre-workout affect the smelling salts?
Oh, like well, 1 scoop in itself is close to like around 90 milligrams of caffeine.
Oh yeah.
So like in one swig, I had like 180 milligrams. So that would take like 5-10 minutes to kick in. But the smelling salts were instant. So like I had the instant jolt from the smelling salts, and then after the warm up in the first period, I guess it was a bit more than 10 minutes for like the caffeine to like add on top. But or yeah, like I right around like halfway through the second period, I was getting like palpitations.
Oh, that ain't good. Did you make it through?
Oh yeah, yeah. I got 2 goals that game.
Nice. So it worked out.
Yeah.
Next
Nice.
time, man, it's all that energy. Just all fuck.
Okay, I almost got a heart attack, but I got 2 goals. It's all good.
It was the finals. I had to be wired. It was I already played like 4 games in the span of 2 days.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
that's
Really?
crazy.
What's that
Dude,
like? How long are your games?
each game was an hour ish. Like it was like 50 minutes of ice time. And actually no, I guess it was closer to 40. Yeah. It was like a 10-minute period and 2 15s. So yeah, 40 minutes. And
Not like
so
the NHL.
no, we weren't 20 minutes.
Nice, nice.
So yeah, we had 2 games, no, 3 games the first day, 2 games the second, and then Sunday was the semis and finals. So in 3 days, we played 7 games. I needed those smelling salts.
Yeah, yeah. I can't imagine that.
I felt like James right now, like tired as fuck.
I am just for a reference to the viewers because I am exhausted. I've worked a full week, and normally during the week I go to bed at 9 or before. I'm 26 years old. I go to bed, I sleep like a grandpa, and I've had a couple of beers. It's Friday. We've had to record this a little earlier than usual because our coming weekend is a little busy. But yeah, so I'm very tired. I am very much
Yeah,
so struggle bussing
same.
through this episode, so bear with me, guys.
We will bear with you.
You guys are,
And
my saviors, my angels. Take
so
me with
donate
you.
the Patreon so James can um,
Go to Betty
switch shifts
Buys.
here. Go to Petty Buys.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to, like, wake up there.
I'm still here.
But
I'm listening. I look like I'm about to die, so that's about it. It's all good.
Well,
I feel
would you
like
like?
I start work
Well,
almost the time you finish work. Almost the time Hannah finishes work here. I've been working 12 to 8 this week. Um, but yeah, I'll finish up this butt breathing
Oh, you're
news
not
here.
done?
So
What the? I thought you were
no,
done.
no, no.
Oh man, I'm
I'm
really
sorry.
tired.
We got very sidetracked. Oh my god.
My good
It's all
God.
no
We're
worries, no
fucking
worries.
20 minutes in.
Yeah, no, this is a good
Nice.
episode.
This is
It's
awesome.
important. So yeah, so
Breathing
this
out your butt.
breathing
Breathing
out your
out your
butt.
ass.
I guess they decided that was the best way to inject the perfluorodecaline your gut, which is like what the goal is. You have it in your gut, you metabolize it. It somehow it raises the oxygen levels in your blood. Um, so no definitive success rates yet. Like they just measured if the men could handle it in their in their gut up to 1,500 milliliters. The worst case scenario that they said they experienced was just um, inflammation and uncomfortableness, but that's about it. So it could be successful in the future. And the
Interesting.
purpose of this, I think, is really interesting. So we have kind of blocked airways, where you can't put a tube down your airway for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
inflammation in your lungs. So you don't have to worry about destroying the lungs even further. You just have this perfluorodecaline in your gut, impaired lung function. So you can prevent having a mechanical lung. You just kind of inject this into someone's bloodstream over and over again. But there's also a third purpose here, and it's for or is it newborn care? So when babies are born and they're having trouble breathing, maybe they inject this into newborns so that they can get a burst of oxygen when they're born. So down the road, who knows? We could be injecting perfluorocarbon enterally into newborns.
Interesting.
Not
Yeah,
if my baby
I
needs
would.
it.
What do you? Not if your baby needs it.
No
If your
fluorocarbon.
baby needs
No
that, your
fluorocarbon.
baby's dead. Like you're not getting
If it's
oxygen.
between death,
Shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
If
good
it's
point.
between that, you can't really do
Didn't think
CPR on a
about that.
baby, I guess.
Damn it.
You guys, any of you done CPR training?
I have, yeah.
A
Yeah.
little bit
Yeah, I've done full first aid.
back when like I did like a lifeguard thing at the Y, but it's been years.
I've done a
But
bunch of other
you know,
like safety training as well. It's all mandated by the board. I've got to do anaphylactic. I've got to do concussion. I've got to do a bunch of other things. Yeah,
it's important
it is
to have that
important.
CPR training. You
Yeah,
never know when you might need it. We watched
dude.
that.
I,
Yeah.
I actually I shouldn't tell this story. Never mind. Moving on.
Documentary Hannah and I watched here about what's her name? But this black woman that 2 years ago that got killed by this white lady. You remember her name, Hannah?
No, I can't. It's like AG or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, AG Olakande. What was the show name? It's on Netflix. It's a really good.
Wakanda?
The Perfect Neighbor.
Wakandi? Wakanda?
Wakanda's a made-up place, James.
No, it's
G.K.
not.
Owens.
J.K. Owens.
Wakanda? You're just rage baiting, James. Shut the fuck up.
Uh, J.K. Owens, yeah, killed in 2023 in Florida. But like her son, I think, who was 11 years old, he was like I feel guilt because, or it was a teenager, right? Her teenage son, 13 or 14. He's like, I did not know how to do CPR properly. I could have saved my mom if I knew how to do CPR after she was shot, but the ambulance took 10 minutes to come, and by then it was too late. It's like those guys got to live with the guilt for the rest of their lives. Can't
Yeah,
imagine. I
and
was just thinking like, man, I need to review my CPR because I did lifeguard training 10 years ago. I don't remember much at all anymore.
and there's also like due diligence as well. So like a lot of my job has to do with like covering insurance basically. Like making sure my site is not going to be able to be you know, basically all the safety measures that I have to do day to day are in place, and I do it day to day before anyone gets on site. And I put in the specific logs I have to do so to say that I've done so. So, for a great example is water flushing. So, every single school is metered by the city, of course. They get their water from the city, meaning that all of the piping in this school needs to be flushed every single, periodically if it's not being used. But every single week, it has to be specifically flushed at end of lines. So you flush the whole system, and then you do the end of line, um, and then you report when you did it and all that stuff. But like that is just part of due diligence, because if I didn't do that, then there'd be a lot of like heavy metals essentially building up in the piping, and you don't want kids or staff, you know, drinking that, right? So you got to flush it, right? And
Yeah.
then so that's also mandated by the ministry, the government, the provincial government. And so there's lots of safety measures in place, and as long as you're doing your due diligence, quote unquote, then you're fine.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important. I don't want to be drinking I want my tap water, I want my um bottled water to be safe,
Oh,
especially if I'm in a
well,
school.
so no, I should also say residential is quite different from commercial, and I suppose like public facilities. Public facilities, like they have usually much older buildings, so their infrastructure is a lot older. Like a lot of the piping is like when the building was built. Um, so I mean a lot of the piping does have to do with how old it is, and a lot of the building that's happened in the last 30 years for residential is not nearly as bad um,
Mm.
as like normal commercial building.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I'm worried about our building. Our building's at least 50, 60 years old, which is new compared to European buildings, but pretty old compared to Canadian buildings. So I don't know, but with if our tap water's safe here,
you guys should be okay.
that'd be
Well, it
pretty.
also depends on what water line you're off and where the water source is coming within the city and all that shit. So there is
Yeah.
obviously different factors. Even like going off your own well has issues. Like as long as you have a good enough filter on your tap and you've got like a Brita, or like actually a reverse osmosis filter is probably the best way to go, and then add whatever minerals you need into the water afterwards is the best way to
Mm.
go. And it's just because
That's true.
in Canada, where we are in general, like a lot of our water is like super mineral hard, so like calcium and salt, and like it's just like very hard water. So you have to filter out all that shit, and it's hard to do so. So like sometimes going overkill with like reverse osmosis is the way to go, because it's everything's gone and like nothing is left there.
Mm.
You know.
That's a good point.
And
I need
then
to
it
get a
also
Brita.
doesn't gunk up your other stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say Britas are a scam.
Yeah, Britas are a
What?
scam.
Yeah.
I misspoke on Brita.
Why? What's
It
that?
doesn't actually take really anything out of the water. It just makes it look a bit more clear, and the filter itself has like a flavor. So like it
Oh.
like changes the flavor. Like
It's just a
if you
simple
put
charcoal filter, isn't it, Sean?
yeah, it's just like a bit of sand and stuff. Like it's
No, it's a
nothing like
charcoal
super
filter.
complex. I don't think it's charcoal.
Maybe I'm
The
wrong.
one I had some like it looked like rocks and sediment and stuff.
Mm.
But literally I saw this thing about chlorine and it doesn't filter out chlorine. It wouldn't filter out fluoride and like all the other stuff. James was right. Reverse osmosis is the safest bet.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
by
just
far.
not it's just not the most accessible from the price.
Yeah.
No, but is it
No,
you
it's
can
maybe.
also get like a one reverse osmosis filter like just for your sink. So like you can
Mm.
run a tap like that's coming from your obviously your water source and just have like a two split and then one to your water cup drinking thing and one to your normal like washing dishes, and then just have a reverse osmosis filter on the drinking and then you're good. Like yeah, just a mini one.
Yeah. You got one of those, right, James?
I do,
You have
yeah,
like a
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's new to me. I've never lived in a house with a separate tap water, like dish tap, what you call it, like dishwashing water and like a tap water sink. Is it different lines?
No, so the reason we had that is because our water source, specifically from the line that we get from the city, supposedly our mineral count was so high, it was in like the millions or something like that, where like our water was so hard that even with all the filtering that the city does, we were still getting like 1,000 BPI or something like that, which is not good. Um, I can't remember what the limit is, but like we were like way over the limit for the amount of like heavy metals and shit in our water.
Yeah.
So basically, we got it all redone. And the last thing that the contractor said before he was leaving, he's like, "Yeah, you need to get like a reverse osmosis filter on this, and you have to get like basically added extra minerals because what the reverse osmosis filter basically does is clean out everything from the water so that it's just H2O, you know?
Mm.
Um, so then you have to add minerals and everything like natural minerals back into what the water naturally should be for what you need
Mm.
in your body, right? Like normal iron content, normal, all those normal minerals that you need in water. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I mean some areas I didn't know, but like yeah, our area is very very heavy in our water content. I think it's because of the Grand. So yeah, just the amount of water flow and maybe salt deposits and calcium and whatever that's flowing. Heavy rain,
Makes sense, I guess.
other stuff. Also
Yeah.
Canadian Shield, whatever. There could be lots of factors.
It makes me think of if Alberta, what kind of water they have, because they got the glaciers up there, eh? And they got glacier water, they got spring water running around. So I wonder if they could just have easy access to pure, clean H2O, unlike here in Ontario, where we have the lakes aren't the cleanest anymore. Cleaner than before here in Toronto, but
Mhm.
yeah, not drinkable. It's kind of crazy, that Toronto, that we're so close to um, so much fresh water, and we're not using it correctly. What do they have
Yeah,
on
I
Yeah,
the
know.
west?
we
I
could
was
do a
in
whole
Toronto.
episode on how the Great Lakes are fracked right now, but moving on. Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah. I was just going to say I was in Toronto with my sister for a concert by no at Budweiser, and there's signs everywhere saying, "Do not go in this water. You will get sick."
Yeah.
Do not
Yeah.
even
it,
look at the
it it
water.
it says like no skate, like it says all the things like no walking this close to water for like risk of falling in. And like if you fall in, you have to get yourself out. Like nobody should jump in to save you.
Mm.
Like you have to get out yourself. Like
No semi trucks
it's
in the
that dirty.
water.
That too. It did not
That's
say
not
the sign, but that should be implied. Semi trucks don't belong in the water.
They don't. So it's a bit hard to get them out afterwards.
Sorry, I was real proud of that one. That was bad.
It's okay. Um,
Yeah, I'm glad here in Mississauga we got a couple of swimmable areas, beaches, but only when it hasn't rained in a couple days. Um, yeah, you got to watch. Like the closer you get to Toronto, the less swimmable beaches there are, but the farther away Mississauga, it gets better. You have we have a lot of pools in like Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a lot of yeah.
they're,
It's crazy the amount of
they're actually, yeah.
community pools there are. I don't know if that's a common thing anywhere else in Ontario or
It was a
in
Beechwood thing, dude.
it was. What?
Yeah.
How did that happen? Why is Beechwood
It's not. It's a
how
dying
many
thing.
pools
It's a
are there?
dying thing. It was not
Like,
only there. It
for
was
sure.
lots of other communities that had them, but it's a definitely a dying thing. It's mainly like like HOA associations, like homeowner associations in the states. I know we have them here, kind of, but it's mainly just like a loose that kind of pulling their money into a community pot to be able to pay for like that kind of service, right? So
And which is it actually is a very important service. Having a place for people to hang out and like the membership fees weren't too bad. I remember, and just tennis
and it
courts,
was fun.
lifeguards. It was fun.
It was fun.
Like my favorite memories were going to the pool, bring $1, spending I think it was like 25 cents for a freezy or like $1 for an ice cream sandwich. It's like 10
You're
years ago. They're more expensive now.
you're
It was
about to
Well,
leave for the pool.
memories.
You look at your mother and your father. You ask them for $1.25 for a freezy. They say no. Fuck.
you
I
take
guess
it
I'm just gonna
anyways.
have to go. You take it anyways. Yeah. You
You
go to the
deprive
pool.
someone.
You buy the free.
Yeah, Martin, you're saying stuff about outdoor pools in Toronto and stuff. They're building a water park beside Budweiser Stadium.
I think
Really?
really what?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about this.
hmm It's like the not the ONE Ontario National Exhibit.
Uh,
They just tore down like something and they're building a water park there. In the winter, I think it'll be accessible for skating and stuff too.
that's awesome.
That'd be cool.
hmm
You
Yeah.
guys ever went to yeah, you've always probably both been to Lions Lagoon at Waterloo Park, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Waterloo
oh,
Park,
Oh yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. Now it's not there anymore. It's fucking
Yeah.
gone.
It's gone.
Went to Calypso in Ottawa. That
Um,
was so
But
sick.
if you ever want to see something that is gone but you remember, look up Google Earth, and they have timelines on Google Earth, so you're able to literally like go to like back to 2005 satellite time and see exactly what the satellite photos was of that region. Obviously, it's within limit, but yeah, you can literally do that.
Cool.
So,
Isn't that fucking cool?
yeah, it's
Just
it's kind of crazy concept of having almost every surface on Earth having a timeline of how it changed and like the resources Google had to have to be able to
Oh yeah.
capture every moment. Yeah, and
Splicing
now
all
it could be
that
a,
GPS satellites and all like the different images that they would have to do across the globe for literally like 2 decades is crazy.
yeah.
yeah.
I
Sorry.
remember. Go ahead, Sean.
Just had one more thing before we switch to another thing. I had just remembered this when you were talking about semi trucks, James, in the water. The new Chinese electric vehicles, they're developing cars that eject batteries when they're in collisions.
I did see that, but then
And I thought that was pretty cool, but that's also pretty sketch because, like,
yeah.
if you send a lithium battery that's about to be on fire into a forest, see a forest.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or
I just thought
how's
that was
this?
interesting.
How about into another lithium-ion battery car?
Yeah, it's just a chain reaction of bombs on a highway.
Kaboom.
Like that scene from iRobot.
Kaboom.
Yeah, literally.
Sets off a
Every
chain-
day we get closer to being an iRobot movie in real life.
Yeah.
Every day we get closer.
What
Every
can I
day.
say,
forgot the brand.
gentlemen? Welcome to the jungle.
Yes. And Martin, you remember how I was telling you guys about Money Heist?
Yeah.
A very Money Heist like heist was pulled off in France. I'm sure you've heard of it.
I have not. No. What's
What?
this about?
Oh,
What?
Martin, are you fucking serious?
No, I haven't kept
No
up with the
way.
news, I guess.
Hannah, you know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, I do. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
eating right now.
No,
But
you're
yeah.
good.
no, that's
Yeah,
okay.
I know. I heard you say
So-
what, and I agree. What the fuck, Martin? How do you not know this? Are you under a
So-
rock?
I
So-
am.
What fucking rock?
Not only the Louvre in Paris got robbed, 2 weeks before that, there was a Picasso still painting of like a guy with a guitar or something.
Yeah.
He was in transit in Spain, went missing. Somebody stole an original Picasso in Spain,
Oh my god.
and then 2 weeks after, I couldn't find the exact picture, like a picture of the painting. If you or Hannah or James finds it, then yeah, whatever. But
Uh,
anyways, not too long ago, 4 people disguised as construction guys and went up this electric ladder thing, sawed through the window of the Louvre in France,
yeah.
jumped down, and in 4 minutes, they took 9 priceless Napoleonic items, including pretty much everything he gave his wife, Napoleon III, that is.
Eugenie.
Yeah.
Yes, the Empress.
I
So
dream of
the-
Eugenie.
the entire heist took 7 minutes.
7 minutes. So
It took 3 minutes for these guys to get to the Louvre, go up their thing, saw through the window, jump down, threaten these people with their power tools, because this was at 9:30 in the morning, right when it opens.
No, as soon
They
as
threatened. No. They opened at 9:30 a.m. That's why they opened at 9 or 9:30, but this happened at 9:30 a.m.
Wait, okay, so I heard there was like an altercation between the security guard, but I didn't hear them threatening
Yeah.
people.
No, the security guard that was around them
Oh,
was kind of sussed out that like they're
they were
around
breaking
those
in.
jewels. And keep in mind, there's no security cameras in this corridor. 0. And this glass is not tempered glass, it's just regular glass.
What?
So this security guard is like, yo, you guys are like obviously suspicious. So they threaten them with their power tools. They take all that shit and get the hell out and escape. On their escape, they dropped one of the crowns, but it was broken. But I mean, that can be restored. But
Yeah.
the other pieces of jewelry, they're never going to be found. They're probably
Yeah.
broken up and sold individually already.
Yeah.
you think so?
Like-
You
Oh,
think
yeah,
they-
yeah,
This this shit is straight out of Money Heist, bro.
Yeah.
Like Money Heist, after it finished, they made a new series called Berlin, and literally, like, I don't think it was the Louvre in specific, but it was another art gallery in France. They robbed that shit. It's seriously like a play right out of Money Heist, and there's so many memes going around with like people like photoshopping themselves in front of the Eiffel Tower with like the necklace on and like the crown on their head and the earrings.
Yeah.
Then it's like showing it's like I know who did this. He was like the professor from Money Heist playing Bella Ciao.
Yeah. Oh my god. So 9:30 a.m. Like were there people around? Other
Yeah,
like
Yeah, broad
there
daylight.
was.
Yeah, it was just
They were in
starting.
high. They were in high vis vest, so people were like, "Oh, they must just be maintenance." Except for that one security guard that was like, "What the hell?" They're
yeah.
like, "I will,
It's like
I will
that
drill you in the neck."
escaping
Not
unpowered.
verbatim, but
I will pile drive you.
But they had scooters there before, so like they
Wasn't it
must have like,
motorcycles?
yeah, I think it was motorcycles
Yeah.
actually. So then, like, they must have put those there the night before, or only a couple hours there before.
Mm.
Like this shit is so calculated, like it's insane. Like France already is a joke. They've like
Sorry, French listeners. I don't believe that.
well, I
You guys
mean,
are.
their government's collapsed like 8 times in 2 months, so there's
All right.
that. But and then,
Yeah. All right. Fine. On paper,
but
maybe.
yes, on paper maybe, and the cleanliness of Paris is another factor. Anyways, but on top of that, like, dude, that's like one of the things with European open borders. Like, they rob 100 million worth of priceless jewels from history. Boom, in Portugal in 3 days.
Yeah. I'm curious
No,
about
no border patrol. Like they could just get away, like be across half a continent, and like there's no trace because there's no jurisdiction unless they get Europol.
I mean, I'm curious about if they might if they're gonna disassemble the jewelry because I feel like it would be more valuable to keep it all together if there were actually gifts from what's your name, Eugene or
No,
Napoleon's
because then
wife.
it's unsellable. It's trackable.
Yeah, you
Is
can't.
it?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it
You
though?
you
can't sell
can
that.
you
No,
can
it's
trace it.
priceless. You can't
Even if
sell
you
that.
break.
Even to unless it's one specific private buyer that literally hired that team to go in to get that specific thing.
Yeah,
You can't. I mean, sure,
That's
fine,
that's
but that's
maybe
the only reasonable thing that I can think of. The fact
because
that they stole like multiple different things under one specific person's lineage is interesting to me. That's all I'll say.
exactly like that's something too. If it was gifts from Napoleon the Third, I'd guess that they'd want to keep those intact
It
so
wasn't
that
from. It was from
some dude
his
can
wife.
display it all.
It wasn't
Yeah,
To his
Napoleon.
wife.
to his
They were
wife.
given
Sure,
to
yeah,
his wife
sure,
by
yeah,
Napoleon III.
sure. But
Yeah,
it was okay. Are we really arguing whose fucking crown it was? It's gone now, or
gone
Well,
now,
whatever.
but
like
like
that's
Not
just
the
what's
crown,
up.
but her shit. It's basically gone now. But it's interesting that
yeah,
it's mainly her stuff. Eugenie,
exactly.
Napoleon the Third's wife.
One piece of jewelry had been recovered outside the museum, dropped as they made their escape.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Empress Eugenie. Like if it was all from Eugenie and it was a targeted planned attack, I guess that some collector just wants those specific pieces and they're willing to pay a premium to that team. They're they trying to target that specific those artifacts because they're like what 200 years old now
Do you
almost.
not think that they were just like beside each other and that's why they took those?
Maybe.
Well,
Guess that it could be. I mean, if it's that planned, I mean, if I could plan off a heist in the Louvre, I I would probably
Like, I'm sure if they had access to the Mona Lisa, they would get it, but it probably wasn't in the same room as this random queen's crown.
7 minutes.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
no, this feels more like a Mission Impossible kind of thing,
No, it
where
definitely
they want
is.
the actual
Like,
artifacts.
so you asked
well, because
why they like targeted what they targeted. They probably scoped this out. Sean mentioned that they didn't have tempered glass on the outside. It was
no
very
cameras.
no cameras.
Okay.
It
What
was
is
a
that? One security
isolated
guard?
it was an isolated outside area on the outside, so I looked it up on Google Maps. It's literally like not even 20 feet from the river, and it's like on the other side of the Louvre. So it's almost
Imagine
like
them.
it's a very, very like inconspicuous part of the Louvre, if that makes sense. But yeah, again, like a lot of what they did was inconspicuous because they had high vis vests on, they had a whole lift crane, and they were very methodical and quick about it. Like Sean said, it only happened 7 minutes. So they targeted all of those specific display cases and those specific, you know, items and got out of there as fast as possible, like Sean said, maybe on motorcycles that were placed there, you know, a night or two before. Who knows? But,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it does totally scream, like, professional hit job.
I
exactly.
would have found it so funny if they like just tossed all that shit in the River Seine and just made the government have to go scuba diving for it. Just it's
Yeah.
just like here, just dive in the shit water.
And that's what I
Like,
think about you,
yeah,
Napoleon the
screw
Third.
you, Macron.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Just
I hate the
responses.
UK or the European Union.
Or I
European
was gonna say like
Union.
maybe they were like, oh hey, perfluorocarbon. Let's use that. Let's
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah. They're like,
Yeah,
swim
yeah,
underwater. We're free now.
yeah.
yeah.
Escape by the way by the
It's
river.
like
This'll help the French
no matter
military.
like even if you
Yeah.
had a hazmat suit, I wouldn't even go near the Seine.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just breathing the air will probably give you like what's it called? Sepsis.
Yeah.
You'll get septic just from looking at it.
Oh man. No,
I
it
mean,
definitely screams perfection for me. I think they want those artifacts in full. They probably have a fence somewhere that'll or a collector, straight to the collector. Who knows?
it's like that
But
Theo
time will
Von meme
time will
where he's
tell.
like, talking to Joe Rogan, and he's like, yeah, I think French people like living there, or people like going to France, and he's like, yeah, but they leave.
Yes, because they get to leave.
Yeah, because they leave. Sorry, Martin.
Say anything. It's but I was gonna say it's like that other meme too, where as long as you have a ladder, you can get into any any place,
Yeah.
anywhere you want. Ladder and a high vest gets you entrance anywhere.
Sean, what's the score? What's the score, buddy?
It's 2-2, bottom of the sixth, bases are loaded, 0 outs.
Who?
Incoming grand slam for Toronto.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Come on, baby! Come on, baby!
Like Toronto has 0 outs and bases are loaded.
Oh
This
my
could be
god, if
very
we get
good.
a fucking grand slam on the podcast, I am going to poop my pants on the podcast. I
Yeah.
will do it live.
Which reminds
I'll
me, we're
I'll
getting
try my
close to
best.
Patreon hour.
I know. Do you have a timer on, Sean?
No, it's just we started at 9:30 and it's almost
Oh,
10:30.
okay. Yeah, you are right. We are getting close. I mean, we can just jump over now, I suppose, if you guys want to.
I'm done. I'm done for an intermission.
Yeah, quick
Yeah.
intermission. Alrighty, guys. Well, we're about to run on over to our Patreon. Please join us on our Patreon for the next half hour. It is free, so please come and subscribe on Patreon for free for that half hour. We also have other content on there as well. Also, follow us on Spotify and etc. Sorry if I was so low energy this episode, you guys. My apologies. From the heart. From the heart, you guys. I mean,
From
you guys.
his
I'm talking to you guys.
beautiful art.
Not the
Oh
audience,
no,
but you guys.
you're good. You muted.
Okay,
But
alright. Okay, bye.
all right.